بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء المرسلين محمد وأهل بيت الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين سيما الإمام المنتظر الحجة الثاني عشر روحي وأرواح العالمين للتراب مقدمي الفداء أما بعد فقد قال الله سبحانه وتعالى في كتابه المجيد والفرقان الحميد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربي زدني علما صدق الله العلي العظيم. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Inshallah, hope everyone is well. Can everyone hear me as well?
Yes.
Brilliant. Right, so we're on lesson number
13.
correct, last lesson of the book, and then inshallah. Hawasan in the book, book 3. Have I posted book 3 in the book in the group?
Yeah, we have. I have, Madinah.
Okay,
Yes, you have.
Yes,
Yes,
we
you
did a
have.
very long time ago.
that's brilliant. Right, so let's get to the page and then let's start the lesson. Right.
Sheikh, may I read first, please?
Go ahead, Sister Mona, go ahead, and Sister, yeah, go ahead, as you asked.
Should I be the Mudarrisu or Ahmadu?
So you could become the mudarris, and with yourself, I was going to ask Sister Farhat because she's been away from the classes for a while. So Sister Farhat, are you there?
Alaikum.
Alaikum assalam. How are you, Sister Farhat?
Alhamdulillah.
Okay, Sister Farhat, I want you to become Ahmad,
Sure.
and let's read this text. So الدرس الثالث عشر 13th lesson.
Yes.
So the points to remember. Sister Farhat, can you read the points to remember, and then you could start the lesson with Sister Mona. Go ahead.
We have learned before that a noun is in the genitive case when it's preceded by a preposition. Example, al-baytu fil bayti. Bilalun min bilalin. Is mudaf ilayhi. Al-mudarrisu kitabul mudarrisi. Bilalun bintu bilalin. Please note that a dipto in these two situations takes a fatha instead of a kasra. That is, the genitive ending in ordinary nouns is a kasra. It's I, right? But in diptos, it's an a. Example, Bilalun min Bilalin. Kitabu Bilalin. Ahmadu min Ahmada. Kitabu Ahmada. Ibrahimu min Ibrahima. Kitabu Ibrahima.
Excellent. So the dipto. So Bilalun, Bilalin, and Kitabu Bilalin. So this is a standard noun. But a dipto, first of all, when a noun gets raf, is in the nominative case, it would be recited with Bilalun. Whereas Ahmadu is in the nominative case with one dhamma, not a dhamma tanween.
Yeah.
Min Bilalin, two kasra tanween in the genitive case. But when Ahmad comes in the genitive case after harf jar, it becomes min Ahmada. And Bilal, when it's mudaf ilay, it's kitabu Bilalin. However, the word Ahmad, when it's mudaf ilay, it will not be kitabu Ahmadin, but it will be kitabu Ahmada. Clear?
So Sheikh, we have to memorize the words which are not cannot change that dicto.
So you don't have to memorize it, just remember this. In the case of raf, when a noun, if there's a dipto, it gets a dhamma. In the case of jar, nasb and jar. In the case of nasb and jar, the dipto gets a fatha, that's it.
Okay.
That's the easiest way of remembering it.
Okay, thank you.
Right. Sisters, go ahead.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Man anta ya akhi, who are you, O brother?
Ana talibun jadidun. I am a new student.
Masmuka, what is your name?
Ismi Ahmadu. My name is Ahmad.
Min aina anta, where are you from?
Ana min Pakistan. I am from Pakistan.
Indi sabhatu the fatira liman hiya. Okay,
Translation.
I have 7 books. Who is it for?
For whom are
Who are
they?
they for? For whom are they?
Hati ya ustaz. Does it mean it's for
Hati,
Hada li?
Hati means give it to me.
Okay, give it to me, O teacher. They are for me. This is for me. وهذا لمحمد وهذا لحامد وهذا لإبراهيم وهذا عثمان وهذا ليوسف وهذا لطلحة. Give it to me, O teacher. It is for me and for Muhammad. No, and this is for Muhammad, and this is for Hamid, and this is for Ibrahim, and this is for Usman, and this is for Yusuf, and this is for Talha.
Excellent.
Then it says, Ahaza kitabuka ya Muhammadu. Is this your book, ya Muhammad?
La hadha kitabu Hamza. No, this is Hamza's book.
Aina aliyun ya ikhwanun. Where is Ali, oh brothers?
Dhahaba ila Riyadi. He went to Riyadh.
Wa aina Yaqubu. Where is Yaqub?
Jacob.
Dhahaba, sorry.
Jacob.
Dhahaba ila Makkata. He went to Makkah.
Aina Ishaqu. Where is Ishaq?
Kharaja. He left.
Mati kharaja. When did he leave?
No, not Mati. Mata.
Mata kharaja. When did he leave?
Kharaja qabla khamsi daqaiq. He left before 5 minutes.
Okay, sister Farhat, I've got a question for you.
Yes.
We read before sab'atu, indi sab'atu tafatira, with the dhamma. Now over here it says kharaja qabla khamsi daqaika. Why is it khamsi now?
Because of the qabla before it, the
What
preposition.
does it do?
It's
Excellent.
a preposition.
No, it's not a preposition, it's an adverb.
So it makes it mudaf. No,
Mudaf
sorry.
ilayh. Yeah, it's making it mudaf ilayh. Correct. Right. Brilliant. Can I request
You're not gonna
Sister
test
Farah
me?
to choose another student? Sorry?
You're not gonna quiz me?
Because the reason why you've attended all the classes, so that's the reason
Okay,
why
all right,
I'll quiz you later on. Not yet.
Okay,
Not yet.
thank you, Sheikh. Thank you.
What
That's
is dafiku?
Sorry?
What is dafiku? The kai.
Daqaiqu,
Minute.
daqiqatun means minute. Daqaiqu is the plural.
So
Minute.
what is it?
Minutes.
Minutes. Oh,
Yeah, minutes. Right. Sister Farad, can you choose a student to come on the mic, please?
Mr. Mansura Yusuf.
Sister Mansoura Yusuf, Bismillah. Can you come on the mic?
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam, Sister Mansoura. Sister Mansoura, I would like you to, I'm not going to do the examples because I've read the actual examples for the diptos. I want you to read 1 to 7, please.
Okay.
And also,
Bismillah.
and the other thing I'm going to ask you, Sister Mansoura, is to highlight where you are reading the diptos as well, and tell me why did the dipto, is it in the nominative case, or is it in the acute genitive case? Bismillah.
Inshallah. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. هذا الكتاب لمحمد وذلك لزينب. This book belongs to Muhammad and that book belongs to Zainab.
Correct. And where is the dipto?
The name.
Yep,
Is it,
which
is
name?
it because the name Muhammad that has a kasratain?
No, only a non-dipto gets the kasra tanween. The word lizainaba. Can you see it's lizainaba?
Okay.
So it's not lizainabin, but lam is a preposition which makes normally the noun in a genitive case. but because Zainab is a dipto, so it's in the case of the genitive case, when it comes with a kasra, it comes with a fatha, li Zainaba.
Becomes a mansub here.
Yep.
Thank you. Number 2, ذهب خالد إلى أحمد.
Correct.
ذهب is he went. So Khalid went to Ahmad.
Where is the dipto here?
And the ila is a preposition. So Ahmada.
So Ahmada, so all nouns in the Arabic language, which are in the pattern of af'alo,
Okay.
like ahmaro, asgharo, akbaro, all of these nouns on this pattern of af'alo are diptos. So
Okay.
whenever they come after a preposition, they will get a fatha, not a kasra itself. So that's the easy way of remembering it.
Okay. So the pattern is af'alu.
Af'alo, yes, af'alo.
Okay. جيد. شكرا. Number 3, ذهب أبي إلى مكة وذهب عمي إلى جدة. So my father went to Makkah and my mother went to Jeddah.
Yep.
So here the ila is a preposition. So the Makkata and Juddata both have a mansub.
Excellent. Excellent.
أخت مروان مريضة. أخت مروان مريضة. Marwan's sister is sick.
Mhm.
So here there is no diptot, correct? Because the Marwan.
Marwan is a dipto. So a noun ends with alif and noon. It's a dipto. So Adnan, Imran, Sha'ban are diptos. So all nouns which end with alif and noon are diptos. So Ukhtu Marwa, it should have been Ukhtu Marwanin. So
Okay.
mudaf ilay. Maridatun is a khabar. So Marwan's sister is
Sick.
correct.
Okay. Number 5. Aina zawju Khadijatu. Where is Khadija's husband?
Khatijata.
Oh, sorry. Aina zawju Khadijata.
Mhm.
So would there be a diptot in a question?
Yes, you can have a dipto because the word Khatija, it's a name which has a time marbuta at the end. So this is a name and this is a dipto. So where is, so Zawj is mudaf, Khatija is mudaf ilay. Where is Khatija's husband?
Okay. So that's why it has a mansub there.
Yes.
Is that the explanation? Okay.
That's right.
Huwa fi London. He is in London. So
Correct.
fi is a preposition. So Londana becomes a fatha.
Yes, correct. Just one second. Sister Wajda, you have a question?
Yeah, since we're talking about diptot and it's changing to like Ahmadu changing to Ahmada, why is on the previous page 84 there's a sentence Ahada kitabuka ya Muhammadu? So why is Muhammadu here?
Where? Okay, here.
On page 84, yeah.
Ahada kitabuka ya Muhammadu. Now, whenever ya comes, ya in the Arabic language is called harfe munada. Harf means a particle, munada means the particle for calling. Now, whenever ya comes, the noun which comes after the ya always comes with one dhamma. That's the reason why it's ya Muhammadu. Originally it was Muhammadun, but like I'll give you an example. Ya Aliyo. Ya Fatimatu. That's the way you say it. So whenever ya comes, it comes with one dhamma.
So ya changed it. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, good observation, but we have done that before, yeah, but I think it slipped my mind. That's fine. That's not an issue. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you.
سيارة حامد جديدة وسيارة إبراهيم قديمة.
Correct. So here, translate and I'll explain.
So Hamid's car is new, and Ibrahim's car is old. So here there are no fathas.
Yeah.
Correct. So there's no fatha except for Ibrahim.
Ibrahim.
Ibrahima.
But then if Ibrahim is a noun and then the qadimatun that doesn't change then, isn't it?
So what's happening here? Sayyaratu Hamidin is mudaf and mudaf ilay. And Jadidatun is the khabar. And then Sayyaratu Ibrahim is mudaf and mudaf ilay. And Qadimatun is the khabar as well. So what's happening in both of these sentences? Mudaf ilay is coming as the mubtada. And Jadidatun is coming as the khabar, subject and predicate. And same over here, Sayyaratu Ibrahim is mudaf ilay. And it's coming as the subject. And Qadimatun is coming as the khabar.
Awesome, thank you. Baytu Khalidin kabirun wa baytu Usamata saghirun. Khalid's house is big and Usama's house is small.
Correct.
So here the
I have a question, Sheikh, here. Sorry.
Yep. Go ahead.
First one, Sayyaratu Hamidin Jadidatun. So here, the khabar for this is Jadidatun, right?
Yes, correct.
And for the second one, Sayyaratu Ibrahima Qadimatun. That is, Qadimatun is the khabar for the Sayyaratu Ibrahima?
Yes, that's right.
Okay. Thank you.
so here also the Bayt belongs to Khalid. And then the Kabir is the description.
Correct. Not description, adjective. Not adjective, predicate, my mistake, predicate. So if it's an adjective, it follows the same harakat as Khalid. Here is kabirun. So all subject and predicates are always in the nominative case, whether dhamma tanween or a dhamma.
Okay. And do you want me to do one more or do I stop here at 7?
Sorry?
You asked me
Yeah.
to do it till 7?
Yes. Now can you choose someone else to come on the mic?
Salma.
So Salma, can you come on the mic?
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Alaikum salam. Can you do 8 to 14?
Okay. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Aina dhahaba abuki ya Layla? Where did your father go, O Layla? Dhahaba ila Baghdad. So he has gone to Baghdad. Now Baghdad is coming with a fatha ending because ila is the preposition.
Correct.
Okay. Fi Istanbula masajidu kathiratun.
Correct.
In Istanbul are many masjids.
Correct.
So fi is the harf jar or the preposition, and it changes Istanbul to the fatha ending. Inni khamsatu mafatiha. I have 5 keys. Mafatiha becomes Mafatiha is ending with a fatha ending.
And it's a dipto.
It's a diptote. Okay. Al-Ka'batu fi Makkata. Fi makes Makkata end with a fatha ending. So Al-Ka'batu. So the Kaaba is in Makkah. Fi hadha shari thalathatu masajida. In this street are 3 mosques. So thalathatu masjida. Masjida ends with a fatha ending. Is it because I'm not sure why, Sheikh?
So mafatihu and masajid are all nouns,
okay,
which have a meme in the beginning and they come as plurals. And they're after the alif. Can you see that mafatihu? There are 3 letters.
Yes.
Or if there's 2 letters, like masajido has 2 letters after the alif, these are treated as plural diptos. So these are plurals and diptos, and they don't receive a dhamma tanween.
Okay. Okay. هذا الطبيب طبيب اسمه ويليام وهو من لندن. So this is a doctor. His name is William, and he's from London. The non-Arab names are diptotes.
Yep.
وذلك اسمه Luis وهو من Baris. So again, Louis and Paris are diphthongs, non-Arab names.
Correct.
Number 14. Sayarati Luna Lawnuha Akhdaru. Sayarati. My car is green in color.
My car, its color is green.
Its color is green, and colors are also diphthongs, I believe.
Excellent. Excellent.
Alhamdulillah.
Can you choose the next student to come on the mic?
Yes, is Kulsum Karim there?
So Kulsum Karim is in UK and she's not feeling well today.
Okay.
Can I go, brother?
Sister Tasneem, yes, go ahead.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Assalamu alaikum, brother.
Alaykum assalam.
Number 15.
Yep.
Okay. In the Kalamun Ahmaro, my pen is red.
No,
Ahmaro is a ditto.
No. In the Kalamun Ahmar, I have a red pen.
In the Kalamun Ahmaro, I have a red pen, and Ahmaro is a ditto because it's the color.
Yep.
Al-Baytul Abizo.
Abyadu. Al-Baytul Abyad.
Al-Baytu Abyazo. في Washington, Al-Baytu Abzalo, the White House. Abyazo is a ditto, so there is a zamma on it.
Correct.
Fi Washington, and this is a harf jar. Fi, so Washington has a fatha on top.
Excellent.
Zahaba Ahmadu ila Muhammadin. Ahmad went to Muhammad.
Excellent.
Zahaba Ahmadu. It's a verbal sentence starting with the Zahaba, and Ahmadu is a ditto. Ila Muhammadin. Muhammadin has a kasra because of ila, and ila is a preposition.
Excellent. MashaAllah.
Zahaba Muhammadin ila Ahmadin. Muhammad went to Ahmad.
Correct.
Muhammadun is a ditto, and then Ila Ahmada has a fatha because of Ila.
Correct.
Amin Makkatan Makkata Anta. Who? Amin. Are you? Who
are you
is
from
in Makkah?
No, are you from Makkah?
Who is?
No. Are you from Makkah?
Oh yeah. Okay. And are you from Makkah? Now, Makkah has a fatha because of Amin, because of her fijar.
Min, because of min.
Because of min.
Yep.
Because of min. La ana min Taif. No, I am from Taifi. And
Correct.
again, Taifi has a kasra because of min.
Correct.
Akhtu Fatimata talibatan. Ukhtu Fatimata talibatun. Your sister Fatima is a student.
No.
Fatimata.
Fatima's sister is a student.
Fatima's sister is a student.
Correct.
And Fatimata has a fatha because it is muzaf alayh. Akhtu Fatimatu talibatan.
Excellent.
And talibatan is a mawsuf. Khabar.
Right. That's it. This itself is all diptos, and there's nothing there. Right. Okay. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad.
Oh, that's nice. Finished. Okay, good.
Books finish.
Oh, how nice. Congratulations, Sheikh.
Congratulations to yourself.
Congratulations for putting up with us.
Alhamdulillah, we finished. Now, as we are still got time, I'm going to start book 3. Is everyone happy if I start book 3?
Yes. Yes, please. Finally.
Now, yes.
We are waiting for it.
Yeah, I'm going to start book 3 because we've done enough of book 2, and I think you're probably sick and tired of book 2 now.
No, actually, Sheikh, I loved it. I learned so much the second time around.
Yeah.
Thank
you so much for the revision. Thank you so much.
That is true. Let
No,
us see.
alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. Second time revision, it allows you to, it's the information, because majority of the people are living in different states, different countries, different states, and you don't really get the time to sit down with each other. So that's the reason why doing the revision sessions, it really solidifies, and you're able to understand all the content very clearly. So to some extent, it's necessary and mandatory to do these revision sessions.
That's so nice of you to have so much patience, Sheikh.
Andy, if you know the way we learned, well, I've been through the experience of learning book Arabic, and I know, and if you don't have patience, you will not be able to teach Arabic language to students, because Arabic is something which is, it's not an easy language. It's a very technical language, and if you don't have patience with your students will run away before you are able to even start teaching them. So this is what happens. So that's the reason why. Right, I'm going to ask now for this lesson. I'm going to ask Sister Wajda to read, and I'm going to ask who I'm going to ask next. I'm going to ask with that, Sister Najla, are you there? Sister Najla, Dr. Ahmed, is Auntie there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, brilliant. So I'm going to ask both of you, Sister Wajda and Sister Najla, to start lesson 1. Now, before I start lesson number 1 from book 3, let me explain a few things. Now, in this lesson, we are going to learn about inna. The word, inna is a particle. Now, inna is a particle which is going to be the main theme in this lesson. Now, before I start this lesson, do you remember that I said about mubtada and khabar? Do you remember that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Ji.
Now, what is mubtada and khabar?
Subject,
Subject
And predicate, right? Subject and predicate. Now, the subject and predicate, what i'rab, what is the harakat on the last letter of a subject and a predicate? What is the i'rab?
same.
What when you mean same, what is it? Is it fatha?
I think it's Dhamma.
What gets the, is it dhamma on both of them?
Dhamma and Fatah.
I think
Mankasa.
Patient there.
No, no.
Patient.
Well,
No,
doesn't it depend?
both.
Sheikh? Doesn't it depend what type of a sentence it is?
exactly.
Okay, that's you closer to it, Sister Muna, you're right. So what you need to remember, I'll give you an example. Al-kitabu jamilun. Al-kitabu jamilun. What does this mean? Al-kitabu jamilun.
Al-Kitabu means the book.
Yep,
and is beautiful.
correct. Now, both of these, Al-kitabu is definite, having the alif lam, correct?
Yes.
So the ruling is that whenever you have a subject, if it's not a proper noun, so not a proper noun means names of places and towns are proper nouns, and if a common noun like kitabun means a book, if that becomes a proper noun, then you will need to add the definite article al before it. Al kitabu, al kitabu. So that this noun al kitabu in Arabic is called marfu. It's called marfu. So within the category of marfu, you have the dhamma tanween and the dhamma itself. So al-kitabu is marfu, and because it has alif lam, one dhamma is showing on the last letter. Jamilun is nakira. Jamilun is indefinite. It does not have the alif lam. So therefore, it's recited with a dhamma. Jamilun is a dhamma.
Tanween.
Exactly, dhamma tanween. So this is also called marfu, but it's with a tanween. Is this clear so far?
Yes.
Yes.
So both of the subject and the predicate, both of them are in the nominative case. So marfu in English is called the nominative case. Clear?
Yeah.
Now,
And in verbal sentence, it's like
no, we're not talking about verbal sentence. We're only talking about nominal sentences, not verbal sentence. Let's not concentrate on verbal. Let's just practice on nominal sentences.
Okay.
Now, these two sentences which you have done, al-kitabu jamilun, the translation is the book is beautiful. Okay.
Yes.
Now, if you want to say indeed or verily or surely, the book is beautiful. what we
Innal
need-
kitab.
so what we need to do, we add the particle inna. So
Innal
inna is a
kitab.
particle which enters a nominal sentence. It enters a So inna always enters a nominal sentence, a complete sentence. So all of the mubtada khabars, it enters into the sentences. However, as we said, al-kitabu jameel, and the book is beautiful, both of them are in the nominative case, marfu. Clear?
Yes.
However, when inna comes, what it does, the subject, the mubtada, al-kitabu,
To change.
it will change.
The fatha.
It will change to a fatha. It will change to a
Fatha.
fatha. So become innal
Kitaba.
kitaba, and the khabar itself remains marfu.
Jamil.
It will be innal kitaba
Jamilun.
jamilun. Innal kitaba
Jamil.
jamilun.
Jamilun.
I'll give you the hadith. Indeed, Hussein is the lantern of guidance. This hadith. What was the hadith? It says innal Husayn. Is it Husayno or Husayna?
Hussein.
Exactly. Because of inna now. Innal Husayna misbahul
Huda.
huda. So misbah hul. Misbah is lantern. Misbah, the ha itself is getting the pish because it's the khabar of inna.
And that's ism inna.
It's in the khabar of inna.
The first part.
The first part is the ism of inna.
Yeah.
So
Mubtada ism inna khabar khabar inna.
So the mubtada is no longer called mubtada, but it's changed to ism of inna,
Ism inna.
and the khabar will be called the khabar of inna. So innal Husayn misbahul huda. So huda is coming, misbahul hu is coming with a dhamma because it's the khabar of inna. Wasafinatun najat. The safina is the second khabar of inna. So you can have one sentence with one ism and two khabars itself. That's an example. Another example.
Inna Allaha ala kulli shay'in qadir.
Inna Allaha, excellent. Inna Allaha ala kulli shay'in qadir. So Allah is the ism of inna. Ala kulli shay'in qadir is jar and majroor. And as you know, jar and majroor can, which is a preposition, can come as a khabar. So this is coming as a khabar. It's situated in the nominative case, but because it's a preposition, it's getting a kasra. But place-wise, situation-wise, location-wise, it's in the nominative case. Is that making sense?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
What about inna Allaha basirun bil ibad?
Inna Allah ala kulli shay'in qadir.
Yeah.
Or inna Allah basirun bil ibad.
Inna Allaha malaikata.
Yes. Inna Allah wa malaikata. I was waiting for someone to say that. Inna Allah wa malaikata. Inna Allah wa malaikata. So malaikata and Allah, both of them are the ism of inna. This verb yusalluna is a verbal sentence and it's coming as the khabar of inna. So you can have a nominal, a noun as a khabar, and also you can have a verb as a khabar as well. Right. Let's go to the points to remember, and then we'll start the lesson. So I'm going to ask who was going to read with Sister Wajda. I was going to be Sister Najla. So Sister Najla, I want you to read points to remember. I want you to read point number 1.
Just a minute. Let me turn the points to remember. Is it page 11?
Page number 11, yes.
In this lesson, we learned the following. In Arabic, there are two types of sentences. The nominal sentence, al-jumlatul ismiyatu,
Yep.
wherein the first a word is a noun. For example, al-kitabu sahlun. The book is easy. The noun which commences the nominal sentence is called mubtada, whereas the second part is called the khabar. The verbal sentence al-jumlatul failure, wherein the first word is a verb. For example, kharaja Bilalun. Bilal went out. The particle inna is used at the beginning of a nominal sentence. Innal kitaba sahlun. For example, al kitabu sahlun will become innal kitaba sahlun.
Is that clear?
Yes.
Brilliant. Go ahead.
Note that the noun after inna is mansoob. That is, it has an a ending. After the introduction of inna, the mubtada is no longer called mubtada, but it is instead called ismo inna, and the khabar is called khabro inna.
Excellent.
Inna signifies emphasis. It can be translated as indeed, surely, no doubt, and very verily. Note the following. If the mubtada has one dhamma, it changes to one fatha after inna. For example, al-mudarrisu jadidun will change into innal mudarrisa jadidun.
Translation?
The teacher is new.
In surely or indeed, the teacher is new.
Yes. Aminatu talibatun. Inna aminatu talibatun.
Inna aminata.
Aminata talibatun. Surely Amna is a student.
Correct.
If the mubtada has two dhammas, they change to two fathas. For example, Hamidun Marizun. Inna Hamidun Marizun.
Inna hamidan.
Hamidan Marizun.
Sheikh, just a quick question.
Yep.
So the inna always comes at the beginning of a nominal sentence?
Correct.
No
Correct.
other type of, not the accusative, not the genitive?
No.
Only the
no.
nominal?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
If the mubtada is a pronoun, it changes to its corresponding mansoob form. Anta ghaniyun. You are rich. Innaka ghaniyun.
So what happens here, this is important. So if you have a sentence like huwa ghaniyun, if it's a pronoun by itself, so we change the detached pronoun to an attached pronoun. So the ka is the attached pronoun which attaches to particles and nouns. So anta becomes innaka ghaniyun. Surely you are
Rich.
Rich. Correct.
From the mansoob form, for the mansoob forms of all the pronouns, see exercise 3. Note that the pronouns of the first person singular and plural have two forms. Inni, innani, inna, innana.
Correct.
Lal. This
La'alla.
is
So la'alla is also a sister of inna, which comes in the meaning of perhaps or hope.
This is also a particle like inna. It is called one of the sisters of inna. Grammatically, it acts like inna. It signifies hope or fear. For example,
Al-Jawbu.
Jo Jamilun. The weather is fine. La Allah Jo o Jamilun.
La'alla al-Jawwa jamilun.
Jawa Jamilun. So, okay. I hope the weather is fine.
Correct.
Al-Mudarrisu Marizun. The teacher is sick. Lal Mudarrisu Marizun. I'm afraid the teacher is sick. In this lesson, we have examples of I hope only. Zu, this word means having or possessing. Zu malin, possessing wealth. For example, that is wealthy. Zu khalikin, possessing Hulukin, possessing manners. That is well-mannered. Zu ilmin, possessing knowledge. That is learned. It is always mudaf, and the following word is mudaf ilayh, and therefore it is majroor. The feminine of zu is zatu. For example, Bilalun zu ilmin ba ukhtuhu zatul khulkin. Bilal is learned and his sister is well-mannered. The plural of zu is zu. and that of Zat,
So the plural of dhu is dhawu.
Zawu,
Yeah.
and the plural of Zato is Zawatu. For example, Haula, is it Haulai or
Haulai.
Haulai Tulabun Zu O Hulkin? Haza, am I saying right?
So haulai tullabu dhawu khuluqin. These students are well mannered.
Yes. Haza Talibun Zu Hulkin.
Dhu hadha talibu.
Haza Talibu Zu Hulkin. Haulai Talibatu Zawatun Hulkin.
Dhawatu khuluqin.
Hulukin. Hazihi Talibatu Zato Hulkin. This is
Correct.
hard.
So
Okay.
right, I'm going to do right.
Yes.
Sister
you want
Waj,
me
let me get Sister
continue?
Waj. Let me get
Okay.
Sister Waj then out for the next part. Sister Waj, can you do 4 and 5?
Sheikh, can I just interrupt regarding Zawatu?
Yep.
So would that change in a different form, like when we say is it Zawata Afnan in Surah Al-Rahman? Does it come with a mansub or am I mistaken?
Dhawatu, yeah. So I will cover that later on. So dhu itself, a very good point you have mentioned. Dhawatu of Surah Rahman. So what will dhu is in the nominative case. Now dhu and dhatu and dhawatu, they have their different i'rab for the different scenarios. So I will do this gradually and later in the later stages, but initially I'm just going to cover dhu and dhawatu and dhawu. And inshallah, I will, before we, this probably take about 2 to 3 lessons before I finish lesson 1 itself, because there's a lot of information which I need to cover and give you practice before we move on. But yes, it's a good point you have mentioned. I will cover that when we reach that stage itself.
Inshallah. Thank you.
Go ahead, sister.
Okay.
4 and 5.
It means or, but only in the interrogative sentences. Atabibun anta am muhandisun. Are you a doctor or an engineer? Amin Firanza huwa am minal mania. Is he from France or Germany? Bilalan ra'aita am Hamidan. Did you see Bilal or Hamid? Note that the practice
the particle.
Particle precedes one of the two things about which the question is asked, while precedes the other. So it is wrong way to say if we say anta mudarrisun am talibun. Zahabta ila makkata am juddata.
So why is it wrong? The reason why, what should happen, mudarris should come first. Am mudarrisun anta am talibun. So you cannot have 2 nouns together itself. So here, adhahabta ila makkah, ila makkata dhahabta am judda. That's the correct way of doing it. So if you say it this way, it's incorrect.
Yes.
Continue. The correct?
The correct construction is mudarrisun anta am talibun. Ila makkata zahabta am ila juddata. In a non-interrogative sentences, aw is used for or. Whose hada aw zaka. Take this or that.
So, so in this sentence, you're saying take this or that. You're not saying do you want this? You're saying that take this or that. So in the previous question, the question is, are you a teacher or you're asking a question, are you a teacher? But here you're giving the option, take this or take that. So you're not asking a question as such, but you're offering options to the listener.
Ra'aytu salasata aw arba'ata. I saw 3 or 4. Kharaja Bilalun aw Hamidun. Bilal or Hamid went out. Mi'atun 100 alfun, thousand. Note that in mi'atan, the alif is not pronounced. It is pronounced mi'atun. In certain Arabic countries, it is also written like this without the alif. Yes. Okay. After these two numbers, the madud is singular, majroor. Mi'atu kitabin.
So
100 books.
kitab is coming in a singular form.
Singular form, yes. In 100 and 1,000. I think it's after 10, right? Or I don't know about that.
We'll do this later, inshallah. I'll explain.
Okay. Alfu rialin, 100 rials.
1,000 riyals.
1,000 rials. Haza talfazu bi alfi rial. Here, alfi is majroor because of preposition bi. Bi miyatan. And alfun have the same form with the feminine madud. Alfu muslimatin wa mi'atu talibatin.
And the last point here is about the word ghalin. So ghalin itself means expensive, but it comes with a kasrat tanween. It doesn't. Originally, the word is ghaliyun. The original word is ghaliyun, but we normally read it as ghalin when it's in the nominative case. So let's read.
Ghalin, expensive. Hadal kitabu ghalin. This book is expensive. Here, ghalin is not majroor. It is marfu. Its original form is ghaliyun, like you have told. The letter ya, along with its dhamma, have been omitted, and the noon of tanween, noon of tanween has been transferred to the preceding letter ghaliyun. Ghali. Here are some more words of this type. Muhamin, a lawyer, for muhamiyun. Muhamin, ana muhamin, I am a lawyer. Qadin, a judge for qadiyun. Qadin, abi qadin, my father is a judge. Wadin, a valley, for wadiyun. Hada wadin, this is a valley. You will later learn more about this class of nouns, inshallah ta'ala.
Right, excellent. I'm going to ask one more student to read the vocab, and that will be today's lesson. I'm not going to go through the lesson itself because there's a lot of things which I want everyone to contemplate and think. Sister Durdana, are you there? Sister Durdana?
Yes. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Can you read the points to remember? Sorry, the vocab.
Okay.
Zakiyun, intelligent. Stupid. Ghabiyun. Khuluq, manners. Mutazawwajun, married. Azabu, unmarried. Yahudiyun, a Jew. Yahudu, Jews. Mujamun, dictionary. Me'atun, 100. Alfun, 1,000. And Rubiyatun, rupee. Safhatun, page. Najihun, one who has passed the examination. Kummun, slave. And Dularun, dollar.
Excellent, Jazakallah. Thank you very much. Right, this is enough for you today. And inshallah, next week, because the lesson is long, now I don't want to rush this lesson. I want you to take your time, read what you have learned, just the points remember, then inshallah next week. I was planning to do it today, but it's not appropriate. So inshallah, next week we will do this lesson. Any questions from anyone? No? Okay. Allahumma
The
salli
lesson is hard, Sheikh.
I know. So that's the reason why I'm taking my time. I'm not going to finish this lesson in 1 week. This would take about 3 lessons before I complete this lesson 1. So don't worry. We'll go through it. It's not that difficult. Even the other classes in UK, they're coping with it. So inshallah, you'll be able to cope with it. It's nothing impossible. That's the reason why I'll take my time, give you plenty of practice so that you know this lesson well, inshallah.
Okay.
Chef, can I ask you a question?
Yep.
You put this on in the group so that we can print it. Did you do the?
Yes,
PDF?
I have sent this book in the group.
Because
send
I
it
have
again.
a book of book number 3, but it's not the same as yours.
Okay, let me send it again in the group again.
Because my book is a purple color.
Okay, let me send it again to you.
Okay. Thank you. I don't know what's wrong with
Okay, no problem.
which I have shared. Can I?
Okay, that's fine. I'll send it to you in the group, inshallah. Okay, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. اللهم كن لوليك الحجة من الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليل أين حتى تسكنه أرضك أو تمتع فيها طويلة واجعل من أنصاري وشيتك وجندك برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. So التماس دعاء في
Sheikh,
أمان
you want me to copy paste the book? I have it in WhatsApp.
if you got it, please copy and paste it.
Okay.
Jazakallah. Thank you ever so much. So التماس دعاء.
Thank you.
في أمان الله.
God.